Guys, today we're gonna be bash testing the brand new Arrma Kraton 6S EXB, but first, we gotta put this thing back together. In the last video, we checked out every single new part on this car, and in this video, we're gonna put it back together, then take it out, make sure this ESC has been fixed by Horizon, see how fast this thing is off-road, and then see if this aluminum can handle some serious bashing. The center differential is an EXB limited slip. I've had some people ask me how this limited slip works. Let me take this apart and I'll show you. I want to put some thicker fluid in it anyway. This limited slip differential differs from regular differentials because it has a series of plates behind each side gear. Half those plates key into the differential housing, and the other half key into the side gear itself. This works because the differential has basically two different modes. The first mode is when the outputs of the differential are moving independently of each other, and the second mode is when the ring gear is being driven and driving the front and rear output gears. When the two gears are moving independently of each other, essentially there is very little force going on between these side gears. However, when torque is applied to the ring gear, it is applying torque to these side gears as well. And because these are bevel gears, that equates to a force that pushes those side gears out. Those side gears getting pushed out pushes these plates together, increasing that friction. That's how these are supposed to work. In my experience, in this application itself, it doesn't really work all that well, but it does work somewhat. That being said, I'm gonna scoop some of this out, put a little bit of 20 million in there. That is gonna change the driving characteristics of the car, but I know for my kind of bashing, I'm gonna want this center differential to be a little bit thicker. Arrma does not recommend putting this thick a differential fluid in the limited slip differentials, but I've personally never had a problem with it. An update I forgot to mention in the previous video is the inclusion of the DX3 radio and this SR6200 AVC receiver. That's a really nice thing to include, especially in a $700 car. I'm looking at you, Big Rock. All right, she's all back together. Now, the last thing I want to do is reinforce this body. This body's absolutely gorgeous, and I know that these stock bodies don't hold up that well to bashing. Check out my MT410 2.0 build video for more information about this reinforcement tape. There we go, not a perfect job, but this will definitely help keep the body in good shape for a little while longer. One last thing I want to do. These Arrma body clips are not the best in the world. They're not terrible, but definitely not the best. These Techno body clips are the best in the world. These things are very strong and are super easy to install and remove. If you want to get some of these body clips for yourself, they are TKR 1235. Not the cheapest things in the world, but they are the best 8th scale body clips I've found. Let's go make sure this V2 ESC does not still have the self-braking problem. All right, let's see if we can feel that problem with the ESC. Feels good so far. No, I'm not feeling any issues. One more try. Now it feels nice and smooth. Now, in case you're not familiar, the problem we were just testing for was the Firma V2 150 amp ESC would apply the brakes for a half a second anytime you let off the accelerator from around 3/4 throttle or more. Horizon took every one of these out of the box, updated the ESC, and that update has fixed that problem. Now let's go see how fast this thing is. I've had a few people ask me why I do my speed runs off-road. I do my speed runs off-road because most likely that's how you're gonna be driving this truck. This is an off-road truck, and I think it's important to see how fast it can go in the environment that you're actually going to be using it. All right, let's see what that actual top speed is off-road. Nice and stable. All right, let's bring it in. 51 miles an hour, that's not bad for the stock gearing. I'm sure you could do a little bit better with the speed gearing, but that's what you can expect with this right out of the box. Now, that's definitely a decent speed for this truck, but if you want to see this thing go faster, make sure you get subscribed because I've got something I don't think you've ever seen before coming up in the next video. Now, the moment we've all been waiting for, let's go bash this truck. So far, she's held up great to regular bashing. I got a couple of packs through this now. Acceleration is basically traction limited. These tires didn't really like the gravel that I was running on, but still a ton of fun. Now I'm gonna go over this car, make sure there's nothing loose, charge up this pack, and then let's try something a little more extreme. Well guys, it was all going so well until it wasn't. We pulled both pillow balls out of the hub and we snapped the CVD off. Now, I don't think that was that hard of a crash, but it could have just been really bad luck. That being said, I'm not done with this truck. I think I've got spare parts for it, and I've got bigger plans for it as well. So make sure you get subscribed because we're gonna get this thing fixed up and then do something really special with it. Let me know what you think about this breakage, and let me know what you think about this truck. Thanks so much for watching. Check out this video.